underwater.
Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. Look here. Tim just gets off the phone with his wife. Flips the script on her, man. Flips the script. He makes her feel like, you know what I'm saying, that she's tripping and what she thinks going on is not going on, right? And he's cool with that. He's cool with that. Yeah, he feels that nauseating feeling in his stomach, but he ignores it. He pushes it away. That's how you become hardened, y'all. Over time, you continue to ignore that feeling because that's a warning sign. That's telling you, look here, your conscience is being corrupted. Slow down, dude. You feel me? But he does like all of us have done from time to time. We ignore that feeling. And the more we ignore it, the more it becomes numb. And as it gets numb, we don't pay no attention to it at all. And we become callous. So he does this. Now he calls Gal. He got Gal on the phone. He's trying to tell her, look, we're going to have to skip a few weeks here and there on you coming to visit because my wife wants to come to see me. You know what I'm saying? And he found himself explaining to her when all he's supposed to have been able to do is get on the phone and say, look here, don't come next time. My wife coming to visit. We'll pick that up at the next time. But he couldn't do that. Or he could have said, come later. Or when you come, you're going to have to stay a couple hours and then you're going to have to leave because my wife going to come. He ain't had none of that in him. He ain't had none of that in him. But his thing was, he's trying to salvage what he's got. He's trying to salvage what he's got. And it's hard because he's playing a game that he's ill-suited for. He's ill-suited for this game because a lot of people come into the penitentiary thinking that, you know, I just need to do what I need to do to survive this experience. But a lot of times when you put yourself in a situation trying to survive the experience, playing from the same old game that is being played in here way before you got here and going to be played way after you leave, it's only certain things that you can do. And if you can't do them, meaning if your wife don't want to do it, then don't do it. You shouldn't do it anyway, but don't do it. Because you're going to compromise yourself because you're going to become dependent on it. And when you become dependent on it, you're going to compromise everything that's going on with you, especially if she starts to have feelings for you and she's the one that's taking care of your business. Who you think you're going to lean to? You're going to forget all of the things that you experienced with your wife and kids before you came to the penitentiary. That's what Tim has going on. That's what he has going on, y'all. He is not realizing that all of the things that he's worked for, all the things that he had with his wife, he's putting in jeopardy. He doesn't realize that. Now, old girl, she tells him okay. But let me tell you something. You remember at the beginning of this when he told her this was just about business and she said okay? Over time, that okay became something else. So he's listening to her say okay to this and he's believing it because that's what he wants to believe. Did you hear what I just said? He's believing that because that's what he wants to believe. He wants to believe that she's doing and going to agree with everything that he's saying. But she's not. She has her own agenda. She has her own agenda. Her heart is at play too, y'all. What's she supposed to do? Put her feelings on the shelf? Huh? Because she's the other woman? No. She's not going to do that. In her mind, she's fighting for what she wants. And that's him. So now it's time for her to amp the game up. She finna play dirty. Because she wants what she wants. She done shared intimate moments with this man on the phone and told him things about her body and twisted herself up like a pretzel for him and did all these things and all that there and let him hear her moaning and groaning and all this old kind of stuff. And then he wants to tell her to skip a week because he wants to see his wife? Really? No. In her mind, in her heart, she's already replaced his wife. And she finna make sure that his wife knows that. She gonna make sure of that. So she gets to playing real dirty, y'all. Again, we're back to the chessboard. It's about positioning. It's about positioning. You know what I told you? Is you got the beginning of the game, your opening, you got your middle game, and you got your end game. The end game is very important. And that's why during the game, your positioning, especially with your pawns, right, is important, because the pawn is the only piece on the board that can become a queen or any other piece that you choose to make it. And she's advancing her pawns. You understand? So now, she gets him in a compromising position while they're talking on the phone, and she tells him she got a surprise for him, something to take his mind off of all of the things that he's going through, right? But she tell him, you got to talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me what you want me to do. And he ain't got no problem with it. So he tell her to do it like this. Do it like that. Turn it up. Go faster. Go slower. The whole time she's oohing and ahhing, right? Guess what else she doing? Listen to me. Guess what else she doing? She's recording it. Yeah. She recording herself getting off to his instructions. Wait a minute. Move your pieces. Move them. Yeah. See, the goal of chess is to conquer. Conquer. Do you understand me? Conquer. It's not just to win. It is to conquer. It's a big, big difference. Big, big difference. You know, you win a basketball game. You go to first team to 50, or when the time runs out, whoever's in the lead, you win the game, right? But see, when you conquer somebody, you intend to do what? What? You intend to rule. You intend to rule. You want domain over that individual. So when you playing somebody in basketball or football, right, and you just beating them down, you already got them down by 20, you put the pedal to the metal and go up by 30. You letting them know you don't have no business. You're not equal to me. You subservient to me. Bow down and bless this. Bow down. And that's what she was doing. She was making her move. She was getting leverage. She was positioning her piece on the board. He ain't even recognizing it. Why? Because I told you he don't think fast. He thinks he does. Just because you can put a move together and get somebody to bring something in for you, right? That don't mean you hip to the game. That don't mean you on top of the game. That just means you know somebody that'll do something for you. That's all that means. That's all that means. But now you're sitting here thinking that you're somebody special. You're thinking that you can do things that can't nobody else do. While brought them in the background watching this play out. They've seen this before. To them, you ain't nothing but a chess piece on the board. Right. Yeah, that's what it is. Remember what I told you in some of my other episodes. I'm going to say this real quick. I need you to understand what I'm saying when I say this, right? When people come into the penitentiary, everybody finds a lane to get in to survive the experience. And look, it's several lanes, many, many lanes. And one of those lanes is the hustle lane, the manipulation lane. And that's what brought them in. Brought them in the manipulation lane. And they playing that lane like a funky piano. They find them somebody. It's just like the charge game. They find them somebody that wants to get some money but might not have all the pieces of the puzzle. And they say, look, let me help you. I can help you. You got to break bread with me. So they look at it like they're getting somebody doing them a favor. Don't even know these guys. And sometimes you might know them, but the game done corrupted everybody. You understand? So he went with the move, not even understanding that he being played. She don't even understand she being played. But as long as the business is being taken care of, everybody gonna be happy, except for when them emotions get involved. So now she got him on tape saying, "Do it for me, baby," all this and that. And then she hitting that thing and laughing and giggling. And when she getting ready to release herself, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And now it's all on tape. Here she is asking him, "Do you want some more?" And this, that, and the third. Now this next move that she about to make gonna put him in the headlock. And you're gonna have to tune in to the next episode to hear that. It's coming right up. I ain't gonna make you wait like that, y'all. It's coming right up. Just stay tuned, for real, for real. Stay tuned, right? Because it's about to go down. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I've been trying to breathe underwater.